Hola controles, bienvenidos a su podcast El After. El día de hoy tenemos una invitada muy especial. Dr.lu, how are you?
Hello, thank you for having me. I'm very good. How are you?
Good, very excited about this interview. And
Well, it's a pleasure to be here and tell you a little bit more about me and my project and what I do.
oh, that will be great. Well, here basically is to people know your story, where you're from, what was your first approach into music, your influences. Let's walk it through until today.
Yeah, sure. So I'm from Slovakia, very, very small country with not so much psychedelic music there. But I moved here to UK 8 years ago, and that's where I found psytrance eventually during COVID. But my connection to music goes as far as I remember myself. When I was a little girl, I would do shows for my mom, singing at home. I had this like toy microphone, and I would do the Sunday afternoon show, singing to her. Music has always been a huge part of me. And when I found psytrance, which was in 2020, when I met my partner, then everything just sort of made sense, that this was my place in the world, in life, and this is what I want to do. So after COVID passed, I went to my first party, which was, I think, 2021, when all the lockdowns stopped. And a few months later, we started creating our own events. So I've always been very involved in events. I loved events since I was a teenager. I was doing all sorts of different events at the university, at the high school, in a lot of places. So naturally, I was very into, let's make a psytrance party. Why not? So that's what we did. We started with just doing forest parties. That was my first connection to actually doing any events when it comes to the psychedelic music, and I really loved it so much that within few months we asked our friends if they can teach us DJing, because I would really love to learn. I was very interested in it looked very easy, but at the same time I could express myself, so that was very, very cool. So that was early 2022. That's basically when I started learning mixing. And then within 1 month was the first time I ever play in front of the audience, which was like just open decks after the party at some underground event that we made. But it was great because first of all, I got the courage to play in front of the audience. Before, I only learned on the controllers, Pioneer controllers, but that was the first time I was playing with CDJs. I also thought, this is a great opportunity to play with the CDJs. When is going to be the next time I can try and play with this? So I did. And from that point onwards, I just sort of started playing first on some open decks at the parties. And then from early 2023, I properly announced my project as Dr.lu. And since then, I started playing as Dr.lu my DJ sets. So I started as a DJ. But as I was going forward, I started getting more and more interested into the production, music production. And actually, my friend Azira, she really inspired me when we first met, because I met her in 2022, in summer 2022, and she told me to just make music. It's gonna be great. It will help your career. If you really want to do music, you need to make music. And this sort of stuck with me. So a year later, I went to take a masterclass course with her and her husband, and together with my partner. And we learned the basics on how to start a music production process. That was late 2023. But then we didn't have a studio at home. Obviously, it takes time to create that. So early 2024, we properly made our studio at home, not with synthesizers, just mainly the softwares. We did some soundproofing in the room, and we got our small mini keyboard just to be able to write things yourself instead of trying to use the keyboard on the piano on the computer, because obviously that's not so easy and practical, and also just to get that touch in your hand. And yeah, from that point, I started mainly focusing on production as well as doing my DJ sets and slowly introducing my own music into my DJ sets. And that's basically what I do nowadays. So my sets are always a combination of my original tracks, which range from slower beats up to faster beats. And other people music that I combine with, because I started as a DJ. I love mixing. For me, it's a lot of fun to be able to play with different sounds, different arrangement. Everyone does music in a slightly different way. And as a producer, you always stick with something that you do. So there will be always certain sounds that will repeat, or the certain vibe that will stick with you. But as a DJ, you can sample, the track from there, the track from there, and it just sort of creates a completely different and unique experience. And I mix in a very non-traditional way. So I find like the right phrase in a track to mix it with another track, and I will mix just that phrase to make something completely different. So each of my DJ sets is, you don't really come there to listen the full tracks of this is that, this is that, this is that. You find something that you recognize, but it sounds a bit different, because I do try to combine a lot of different things. And in between that, of course, is also my music. That one you will listen the full ones.
Oh, nice. Well, let's walk through a little bit prior, and let's expand every topic. Talk to us about, okay, your first approach into music. What were you doing at that moment when you start listening to psytrance?
Well, so I think it was my partner who basically showed me this music that he was really into. He showed me a few artists, few tracks, and I was like, oh, I really like this music. And at that time I was working in the lab, so I had a lot of time to listen to music. We always had the speaker on, so I had many hours to just go and explore various different psytrance. And for me, like the sound that stick with me until today, it was always old school morning full on. That's always been my vibe. It will always be a huge part of me, even though like I combine styles. I make a progressive with morning, or even faster morning. But I always stay with the morning melodies. That's something that before I even became a DJ, I already knew what music I will play. I know what my vibe is and what I want to share with people. This was something that since I was a kid, like when you're a kid, there is always adults asking you, what do you want to do when you grow up, when you're gonna be big? And my answer always used to be, either I want to be happy or I want to make other people happy. I've never said a job. I've never said I want to be this, I want to be this. No, I just want to make people happy. And through music, I have the opportunity to do that, especially through morning music that really just brings smile to your face and either takes you somewhere back in the days when you listen this track, or just brings some very funny or nice memory. This music resonates a lot with people. And I'm not sure how is that this sound now in Mexico, but in UK it's been pretty much dead on this type of sound. It had its time back in the days, but nowadays it gets quite difficult to find the proper morning full-on sets. So for me, it was just like an obvious choice. I love this music. This is what I love to listen to. I want other people to listen to this. I want me to listen to this on a big sound system.
Yeah, totally. I think that's the key, and it's amazing when you were younger and your goal for life was to make people happy. So I think that's very good, and I think music is very good because people typically listen to music when they want to escape from something, or they're doing something that they enjoy and they want to enjoy it more. So I think it's great. And tell us why Dr.lu.
Yeah, well, so that's actually a funny story. So because I'm actually a doctor, So not a medical doctor, but I have a PhD in chemistry. So before I became a DJ, it was actually at the same time when I was finishing my PhD when I started learning mixing. So once I finished my PhD and I got my diploma, I announced my project as Dr.lu because Lu is my name, Lucia. People call me Lu, and Dr. Lu came from this. So I felt like the name really reflects me.
Yeah, totally. And also, it's very difficult to have a PhD. So, and I didn't know you're a
Chemical engineer and a synthetic chemist.
Wow, wow. Yeah, synthetic chemistry. So you create the wow. That's amazing.
I create the drugs,
Wow.
the pharmaceuticals. Yeah, I used to work in the lab for many years. Nowadays, well, at the moment, I'm not working. I'm focusing fully on the music. But when I work for pharmaceutical software companies.
Wow. So you can be a Dr. Hoffman 2.0.
I could definitely do that. I could definitely do that.
Wow. That's amazing.
Well, thank you.
Wow. I have a confession to you. I'm an engineer, mechatronic engineer, and my worst class was chemical.
Oh no.
Yes, I have a hard time to balance alcohols. Yeah, for you it's easy, but yeah, I have. If you see my grades, chemistry is my lowest one. I really have a hard time with that.
It was just a bad teacher. Let's blame it on the teacher.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but it's the only class that I had from chemical, and the teacher told me. You are a mechanical engineer, so it's not very important.
It's not so important.
It's not so important. So go. God bless you. So yeah, but you're very smart with all the chemistry. That's very nice, and it's good because you can create a lot of stuff. I've seen going a little bit off of music, but knowing about chemistry, you can create your own products. You can create a lot of stuff. So it's great. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, you learn the basics of how materials work together, right? So then as long as you know how the properties, how each atom reacts, then you can do anything. It's the same as a music synthesis. Is putting small things together. The principle is the same. It's cooking.
Yeah, but you can create stuff related to music because you can create. Maybe I don't know ergonomics. Why is not that comfortable? You can create something.
For me, the main thing I think that I have from all my studies is that I see music a lot as waveforms from physics and maths. For me, a lot of things just make sense because I look at I listen to the music and I see the wave in my mind. So that helps me a lot to also understand. Sometimes when I want to achieve something, I just try to make the comparison with physics. When I learned the physics of how sound travels and how it behaves, then it's just easy to apply. And many times it just makes sense and it just works. But of course, there is a lot of different small things that in the production, like the software, that is something completely different. But having basics in physics, and I think you must agree with that as well, that having the basics in physics helps you a lot in understanding about sound.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, the programs are just sequencers, and the VSTs is like how you're going to prepare the formula. But yeah, with music, I also, even though I'm a guitar player and I study harmony and a lot of how the scales and the degrees and everything, I like also in frequencies. Like, okay, this note is this frequency, and when I see the spectral, you will never get your engineers outside your mind. So when I'm working with Pro Q4, where you can put in all your channels and you can see how they're working and how they are living together, you can see like, okay, maybe I need to move this frequency and everything. And I think making music sometimes is okay. It can be fully inspirational. Like, I think this sounds good, but I'm the guy that says, okay, the scale lets you mix these tones because the laws of music, and that worked for me. And if you see me play the guitar, I'm I use all the scales and everything. I don't experiment too much. I only go what it fits. Maybe Jimi Hendrix style as a guitar player, it will be more experimental, but on my side it's like, no, I like to play it safe. So yeah, but it's very good because you can make music just by numbers. You like Beethoven, you don't need to, you can imagine the notes and how they're going to flow. So that's a very nice way of seeing the music.
Yeah, no, actually, I do something similar, like you're saying, that I many times look at the procure, the frequencies. Okay, so with this key, I have these harmonies. This is the notes that I have connected there. Okay, so I work with the numbers, with the frequencies. I try to like play it safe in a certain way, because obviously for me it's still very early in my career. I've started with psytrance back in 2020 just by listening to it. Started playing in 2022. In late 2023, started doing production, and have been playing since then. But still, it's just a couple of years. So it's still like a lot of exploring and finding new things. But one thing for sure, that I know what my sound is, what is the vibe I want to give to people. And I think is in a way a good advantage in the beginning to have that clear idea of what you really want to express, how you want to express yourself. Because for me, the music of a person is a direct representation of their personality. If it's not, then something is not working really well. But because I have a very very bubbly, friendly personality, and I've always wanted to people to be very happy around me. For me, it just made sense. Like, okay, this is my sound. This is what I'm gonna do, and I want to learn as much as I can within this genre. Because also, when it comes to morning melodies, there is very little modern producers making this. I know about few new ones. There is one in Germany, one in Brazil. But of course, there is the old school guys that every now and then they release some track, but it's not so much anymore. And my dream is to really bring this sound back all over the world, because I think it's sound that people will love to listen to. Every time people love to listen to this sound, they never hear it before. And it's a sound that actually can bring a good to people. And that we all need good at the moment. When we look at the world, we all just need good.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that the melodies of the full on morning that back in the old days is happy music. And the good thing is music has been open so much, electronic music. So it's not just rave music. People can listen to you in the gym, when they are on the public transport, when they are on the bike.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not just limited or caged into a rave. It can be in a lot of places.
Absolutely.
So yeah, because I've seen like a lot of people listen to synthwave to work, and like synthwave it started like very different approach, but now people adopt it as music to or lo-fi music to. But I don't know the origin of the lo-fi, but I imagine the first producer that made lo-fi is not to be able to work. I imagine it's like something else, but people adopt it. So yeah, I for me, I like to listen like full on running to go to the gym. When I like to run, I put like all Visual Contact tracks, and I am very, very happy.
Yeah, it's I call it Sai Zumba. Because when you look at the dance floor, when the full on morning is playing, they're all synchronized. And it looks like a Zumba class.
Is that you can start your Sai Zumba?
That's my future plans. Sai Zumba, guys. Sai Zumba is coming.
Yeah, it's great because it's also people is more into wellness, and it's a different approach.
Yeah,
you love psytrance. You don't need to be in a rave to listen to psytrance. Sai Zumba, it can work.
They do this in I think Japan nowadays. They already do, not with psytrance, but they do like hard techno music for spinning classes.
Wow.
I've seen the videos of this, and this has been in my mind for a long, long time. Like, this is something that we should really bring up, because people have to listen to music when they're in the gym. And exactly, morning is the kind of sound that pumps you up. It gives the right BPM, maybe a little bit faster if you want to do spinning. Synchronize it nicely with the heartbeat to be like perfectly on point. I think there's definitely some ways to explore this.
Well, imagine this. 7 a.m. in the forest, Sai Zumba class, a DJ playing live, a full on set, 1 hour.
Why not?
Boom.
Why not? Why not?
It would be
I
great.
think people would love it, honestly. I think people would love it. It's just, I think this is something that will come in the future, for sure. Because we already see it with other genres. The next generation is really, really into the wellness and well-being. They don't really drink, but they still love music. So how do we make it more approachable? Because I think all around the world, everyone is now seeing a big decrease in people going to parties and raves and festivals. And maybe this is one way how to get the newest generation into it, by doing Zumba classes or spinning classes or whichever type of sport or training you're into. Everything can be adjusted, I think.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, because now you can see the coffee rate. I never seen that before, and I say there's something hard in Europe, and they bring it to Mexico, and I say, wow, like people, because yeah, I saw some data that the new generations, they're not drinking anymore, they're not smoking anymore. For my generation, it was all about drinking and smoking and the party, and now it's like more wellness. So yeah, I think it can work, because I saw some criticism for some people like, hey, coffee rape is that's not the intention of the rape. I fully understand. I grew up with the forest raves, and but if music, you can enjoy it whatever you want. And music is music, as you said. So
Yeah.
you can listen in the car, on the coffee, doing Sai Zumba. I hope I see that.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, I think I can imagine, like, we're going to have this DJ for Sai Zumba in the morning and playing, and everyone doing exercise and having a great time. I think it's good, because I've seen also in festivals there are more like yoga spaces and natural food, and I think this is very good. I think
It is, absolutely. I think I always been a little bit inspired in Zumba, because I used to have a housemate over here in UK for many years, and during COVID, he was a Zumba instructor, and during COVID he would do these online Zumba classes. So I think since then Zumba stick with my head, but. I can actually see how people could easily do Zumba classes with psytrance music. It's really straightforward. I think that we need to really think about this.
yeah, it's also good promotion for the artists and everything. Yeah, because you're going into a different. You're going to the masses now, not just to keep it to the radical. Electronic music is still like it's psytrance. It's like a very niche music. So yeah, if you go into the masses, yeah, it's going to be great. Now I want to talk about the elephant in the room. You need to present.
So this is my baby Speedy. This is my rave alpaca. She's been traveling with me everywhere I go since I got her. So she was born in Budapest airport after Ozora a few years back. She's got her lights from Ozora, from their workshop. And yeah, I love alpacas. For me, like, you know, if you ask someone, what is your favorite animal? So my favorite animal is an alpaca. Is a cute, oversized Pomeranian with funny faces and very funny personalities. And she's been like a part of my travels and my DJing career. I got her before I became a DJ. And she's been to most of the parties with me. She traveled all around with me. Wherever I traveled, she was always in my backpack, being my companion. And at home, she's got sister Mandy. She's got the big sister Cheeks. We've got the baby Speedy, because I was able to find exactly the same replica, just a tiny one. So yeah, I've got a bit of a collection. Altogether, maybe I have like 30 alpacas at home.
Wow.
I love alpacas. They're just so cute, so adorable.
Yeah, they look adorable, but yeah, I haven't seen it in person. But you're telling me that here in the UK, it's like very.
Yeah, we have a lot of alpaca farms, so you can really just book your day and book your alpaca walk, and then connect with the alpacas. You can feed them, you can cuddle with them. If they have babies, you can give the milk to the babies, which is super fun. It's super cute.
Wow, and the mothers, they're not jealous of you?
No. The alpacas are very friendly. In general, they are super friendly. If one gets moody, is she might kick you from the back if you come from the backside. But otherwise, they are usually safe with kids, with elderly people. They are here considered like mental well-being animals. So, like, I actually got introduced to them here in my college when I was studying, because they used to bring them to the college for like a well-being day, have a day with alpacas.
Wow, that's very nice.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Yeah. I hope in the next trip I go to foreign to know them, because when they're adorable, but I haven't seen the experience. And in Mexico, we don't have like places to enjoy with the regulars, the dogs, cats, and everything. And I've seen like now the capybaras that came famous. Like they opened some coffees in Japan and in some cities. But yeah, I'm looking forward to have a picture with my Speedy.
Next time you come, we'll take you to the alpaca farm.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, well, this is Speedy. And well, talking about production, what are your plans? What are you working on?
So at the moment, I am. As I said before, my productions have quite a big range. Always the morning melodies, but I have tracks in 140 up to 180 BPMs. I have one track at 180 BPMs. That was actually my first track. I don't even know why I made it so fast, because before I was never used to playing up to 180. I would play maximum 170 would be like my range. Because my sets, when I started, I loved combining a build-up transition sets. So going from full-on to faster music, but faster, very melodic music. Okay. So like Sajanka vibe.
Okay.
Babalu's vibe, for example. But then I started making this track. It ended up being 180 BPM. So since then, I do play up to 180. But mainly I'm focusing on the slower music. I have my progressive track that I actually wrote for Illuminati. When I play for them, I made the track for them. And at the moment, what I'm working on is a couple of little bit faster tracks at 170 BPM for not the next album with Adzira, but we're planning a collaboration for her volume 2. So she's doing now a 2-volume album, Adzira and the Gems, which is with female artists from around the world. So the first one, that one is already pretty much finished. They're finalizing things. But for the second one, that's why I started with 170 as the BPM to do the collaboration with her.
Killer, amazing. I'm looking forward for that track. And I will listen to the full album at Sigue and the Gems. Well, it's amazing, and I'm very happy that you have that movement and Atzira made that group and everyone is supporting. I think, like I was telling you, this scene is to support each other. Yeah. It doesn't matter what part or what kind of music you do. It's like we need to support because it's so niche and everything, and that's amazing. And I'm looking forward when you have to send me that track when it's finished.
Absolutely.
And I hope to talk to Atzira soon. It will be like, so we do the interview in English or in Spanish?
Probably in Spanish. I think with her probably in Spanish. Yeah.
But she has a lot of fan base that speaks other languages. But
that's true. That's actually very true.
Yeah. It's very famous and yeah, I'm looking.
She's growing huge.
Yes. No, and I'm so happy for her because she looks like an amazing person, and I hope and doing this movement and doing everything, like I'm very happy for that. I think it's like everybody should do something to go back into the scene because it's amazing, this scene.
It's true. No, she really is uniting people on so many fronts. She's a great person that joined the scene and connected a lot of ends from the artists and really trying to push the music out there. And she's very special in doing that because many people really close their circles. But she's the exact opposite. She tries to expand with everyone that she can. And that's quite unique to see.
Yes, it's amazing. I support, and I really like to listen to that album. And all the proposals is very good. Let's talk a little bit now of some experiences during the scene. Let's talk first the good things. Any good experience, a good event or party as an organizer or as a DJ that you want to share?
Yeah, well, I think for me, one of the biggest moments where I was the happiest was actually the time when I first time played for Illuminati, because that was my first big gig. When it comes to the audience and the size of it, and I play with this mixer V10, which I call spaceship, because there is way too many buttons. But the reaction of the crowd, what I felt there, it's like I've never felt before. It's like I never more felt that this is the right place where I'm meant to be. And the reactions of people when I shared with them my original music, and many of them coming to me telling me, "Oh, this track that was about changing the world. I really like that track. What is that track?" That's actually my original track. So it just there was the time just before I released that track. That's the only track that I've released. It's called "Power of Hope." And also my music is a lot about inspiring people, but for themselves to be better and to bring hope and better times. Because I think at the current time in the world, we all need to feel a little bit positivity. And just hearing from people that I've never seen before that, oh, this was my favorite track, it really made me feel very happy and feeling like I'm doing something right, something that will have a meaning. Because I think we all are looking for the meaning in our life and what we can do, how we can make some stamp. And I genuinely feel that this is my way, how I can make a stamp.
Yeah, since you were a little kid, when you wanted to make something, yeah, I think I'm very happy that you found your journey and now you're walking through your journey, because people, not everybody, but many of them doesn't find their journey. They go in their 30s, 40s, 50s and say, what the hell am I doing here? And you have you go through to the chemical and everything, you find side trends, and then you took that path and you're happy, and I hope you will keep doing whatever this music and events and everything. I think this is very, very great. And now the other side, the dark side of them.
Well, there is always something that happens at the event. I don't think it's like a bad experience, but I can definitely say that one of the most shocking things that happened to me when I was playing, it was actually when I was playing abroad. I will not say which festival. When they come and stop the music and they just told me someone may have drowned. We need to stop the music. And I was like, okay. We will wait. I need to stop the music. People were shouting at me like, what is going on? Me just like, I think we need to wait. Eventually the person didn't drown. Everything was okay. They restarted the music, but it was definitely something that I was not expecting and I wasn't prepared for. Like, what am I gonna do? But yeah, thanks God, nothing happened. The person was okay. They were just a bit drunk and fell into the lake. And after that, I only finished my set with just a couple of tracks. I wasn't able to fully finish the set as I planned to. But things like this happen. I think every event, something might happen. Of course, it happened to me at the beginning that I would press the wrong play button or the wrong cue button and stop the music for a second. Or once it happened to me, that was very, very early beginning. It was like one of my second or third gigs where I stopped the music. But so I DJ with the CDJ mode. So it always makes you the sound when you hold the cue. And I somehow managed to be on time with the cue sound. So it just, no one noticed. Only I knew that I clicked the wrong button, the wrong sound. But it just flowed. But yeah, it's things with the equipment, anything can happen. We never know what equipment we're gonna play with, especially like underground events. There, it can be anything that you're playing with. And the clubs, a lot of times they don't really do much servicing on the CDJ. So like sticky buttons or buttons that stay in your hand, and you need to swap the bass, but you have the both buttons in your hands. Like, what am I gonna do now? Like trying to move things. This happened as well before, that I just stay with the buttons in my hand and like, okay, trying to put it back quickly.
Yeah, the DJ life.
Yeah.
Just to make a contrast, like not everything is good stuff. A lot of stuff happens during this career. This scene is not perfect.
Absolutely. Like just like any other industry, a lot of things happens, and we just need to. I think what distinguishes good DJ is to know how to handle these situations without people noticing that anything happened.
Yeah, and if you make a mistake, you know how to correct it.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, everyone makes mistakes. We're not computers. So it's just normal. I think it's actually more natural if you do make a small mistake, because then people really trust that it's you doing it rather than just having computer and pre-prepared set that you don't really have much touch on it.
Yeah, totally. No, it's the human part. When you make music, when you play light, when you have a podcast, when you make a story, it's like you keep the human. You know, you're a robot. You cannot be like.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's part of the show. Yeah, but yeah, thank you for sharing those stories. And well, you have a lot of things coming your plate, like events, new music, new collaborations. Well, the question that I like to do, like, what with artists will be your dream collaboration?
So I think one that I will do this collaboration one day when I feel confident enough to propose this. But I think it would be with the artist called Retwin. I don't know if you ever heard about him. So he's got a bigger project in trance called Somnia. And he's been a huge inspiration to me. He's a Russian producer who's done some music like 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, and then had a break. And last year started releasing new music. And for me, I identify with his music in such level, like with no one else. I love other people's music as well. I have some of my favorites are like Monty from back in the days, Bizarre Contact, of course. Spade, for example, from the old school ones. I love Spade. But like the dream collaboration that one day will happen would be with Ritwin.
I hope it gets sooner than later. and I'm looking forward to listen to it. Well, Lucia, I want to thank you about sharing your story, sharing your life and your path, and I wish you only light and success, and I hope I see you again here.
Absolutely.
Here, we have plans. We need to go to.
We will do.
I need to meet all the Speedy family and
of course
and everything. Well, where's your social media? Where can people follow you?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram as djane_dr.lu. Then you can find me on SoundCloud with the same name, djane.dr.lu. You can find me on YouTube as Dr.lu Music. You can find me on Facebook with DJ Dr. Lu as well. And basically on Instagram, you have all the links that you can just find my music around. You can find my music on Bandcamp. I've only released one track, which is there available. That was a few months ago when I released it. And that's where the more new music will come as well.
Well, thank you very much. I will place all the links on the YouTube and sharing the collaboration and everything. And well, thank you so much again for sharing your story. Let me close the episode in Spanish. A todos los que vieron o escucharon este podcast, sigan a Dr. Lu en todas sus redes sociales. Aquí se los dejo. Denle like y compartan para que esto siga creciendo. Y nos vemos en el próximo capítulo. Hasta luego.
Thank you for having me.